Hi, I'm making dog chicken right now. All right, shh, stop. To keep going before I lose track. Um, so I'm using my Valentine's Day couple to make some of these points, and I'm also sending this to them because they don't have any money to pay me. So I do stuff for free for them, and then I just use that as a way to create. All right. The important part about understanding about these two, realities, and so as some of us are living high vibrational realities and visiting the same grocery stores, libraries, whatnot, as the normies in the lower vibrational reality, I think this is normal. This is just normal. They're going to be able to see more and more of us who are, not throwing tantrums and enjoying our lives to a higher degree. It's important to the people living the higher vibrational consciousness to understand we don't need to take any normies with us into the higher vibrational reality. We don't need everybody to evolve with us at the same time, because right now there's enough people. So I'm doing what I'm doing. There's these other groups. Mind Valley is a group. There's all these groups, all these other people doing, vibration raising things their own way. So it's not just renegade yogis, but it's these other groups that are raising their own vibration and their conscious awareness and living more presently. But we don't need to develop our own cities and things like that. And we also don't need to worry about what I call the normies coming with us. We don't have to worry about fighting them to see, to stop crying and screaming and fighting and this and that. We can allow them their reality. So that, you may be behind someone at a grocery store who's freaking out, and just, you can witness that, and if you feel like you want to help that person, you can help that person. But you can also understand that they're just in the other reality, and that your priority is on peace, and that they are choosing what they are experiencing. So side note, I listen to people on YouTube. I listen to people's realities. And there was this beautiful black lady, and this guy was interviewing her, and he said, "Do you think all white people should be killed?" And she said, "Yes, because white people have been killing black people for 400 years. And that was her reality. So that is her reality. So it doesn't really matter what reality is, because everybody's got their own, depending on what people watch, algorithms are being built up so that you can watch what you want to watch. So if you're on YouTube, and I skew the algorithm because I watch all different people and all different points of view. This lady was very firm in her belief. Okay, so it's these beliefs. Our beliefs create our reality, and I'm sure you know that, but they really do. Our beliefs create our reality, and this woman truly believes that all white people should die. So that's her reality, and that's just fine. Now, we don't need to bring these people with us into a higher vibrational consciousness. We don't need to leave the world and set up our own communities and stuff like that, because we can connect online if we want. We can connect through meditation. And in understanding that we have this freedom to raise our vibration, and then no one holds us back from what we desire to experience. If we desire high vibrational experience, then it's there. We can have it. So no one is holding me back from the reality that I would like to experience. And no one at all. So I'm not a victim of anyone. So I become more empowered because I'm not a victim of anyone. And, and people with differing points of view, different realities than me, don't affect me as much. So then I become more empowered. And through my empowerment, I raise my vibration. When I raise my vibration and I realize I'm part of a community of people who have raised their vibration and are raising their vibration, who have made peace their priority and made their life like a living example of art to them. Not as a display, not as a show, not as a way to like pat themselves on the back and, oh look, I'm a good little yogi, but just with the understanding that life is a gift and the human meat suit, you know, is a gift, and my life is what I make of it. Okay. So I want to use my Valentine's couple again as an example. So if I told you the story of them, you would think, oh, they're at the mercy of someone who's choosing the lower vibrational reality 100%. But that is not actually true. They are on a soul adventure where they're doing a lot of spiritual work on themselves. So right now their soul has a classroom set up for them where they are getting squeezed, like a piece of coal getting squeezed into a diamond. If they can choose to look at what's happening is happening for me, not to me, then they can do the work, the spiritual work, raise their vibration, learn the wisdom, let go of let go of all the victim mentality, let go of all this is happening to me, this person is doing this to us, this person's ruining our life. Let go of that, move into the reality of that person is my contrast. Okay, this tantrum throwing person who's controlling certain aspects of their life now, they can learn that this is just contrast. And so through the tantrums, they say, okay, well, I need to make this choice and I need to make that choice. And then through those choices, they end up doing better and better and better, feeling their way to, that their life is easier. So moving towards ease, moving towards love. Then the person who they could be victims of is just their teacher. And it's just their contrast. So seeing that person simply as contrast or teacher, or this situation, and this person is doing all these things that the ego mind will say, oh, that's terrible. They should never do that. Oh, I'm a victim. They say, no, this is happening for me. And then they become stronger and stronger. And then they can love that person, even though that person stays in the lower vibrational paradigm. The Valentine's Day couple from the higher vibrational paradigm can love anyone in the lower vibrational paradigm from an empowered place where the principles of bless, respect, free will choice, forgive, and love become easier and easier and easier. So it's about freedom, setting yourself free. And taking responsibility more for myself, not everybody. I don't need to teach everybody. I don't need everybody to know what's true or what's good, or that kind of stuff. Okay. Let's see, how far do I want to go? So it's 10 minutes. All right. Okay. Now, let me tell you, I'll finish this video with a story. My Valentine's Day couple needs to remove power that the lower vibrational individual has over them by changing. There's a few things that they need to change. One of the things that they need to change is a bookkeeper, say. Okay, so bookkeeping position needs to, in order for my Valentine's Day couple to move, to edge from the lower vibrational paradigm to the higher vibrational paradigm, the bookkeeper needs to shift into a bookkeeper that is also moving towards the higher vibrational paradigm. Okay, so like, even though we're all in the same physical world, so the physical world, we all share the same physical world. Look, heart. I get hearts all the time. We share the same physical world, but when it comes to mental, emotional, and spiritual worlds, the higher vibrational paradigm people will be in a different place. So, my Valentine's Day couple, by shifting a bookkeeper from the one set up in the lower vibrational paradigm to the one in the higher vibrational paradigm, both the bookkeeper and my Valentine's Day couple are both served more in the higher vibrational paradigm. Okay, so I checked with a bookkeeper who's moving towards the high vibrational paradigm. She is finding it easier because she's moving towards the higher vibrational paradigm all on her own. She's finding it easier to let go of lower vibrational clients. And that's giving her schedule the ease and the openness to receive new clients that are also moving towards a higher vibrational paradigm. It's just a reorganization. So I know a lot of people get all worked up. Oh, families are breaking up and da 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 da. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but it's just a reorganization. And the people who are working towards higher vibrational paradigms, we don't care about like blood relatives or this or that. We are interested in using the time we have left. So like, I'm going to be 50 next year. I plan on living to 120 years old. So that gives me roughly, 70 years left of my life. 70 years sounds like a long time, but it's really not. Especially if you knew my big plans, what I want to do, how I want to change the world. 70 years is just about what I need to do that. Okay, so I know that might sound nuts, whatever. I don't care. But if I keep using my time on the normies in my life just because we share the same relatives and they want to fight over this or that, they choose to make. So if peace is my priority, love and peace is my priority, their priority is like politics, or making me believe like them. That's their priority. That is not a good use of my time, you know, to a large degree. So by meeting people and working with people who want to be in the higher vibrational paradigm, spending my time, my next 70 years on those people, giving that time and my love and my abilities, whatever I can do for these people, it goes much further. So if I just spend all my time with my normies and my relatives, who I love, you know, I'll give them some time. But if I just say, okay, well, since I'm related to them, then I need to spend more time with them. I spend that time defending myself or saying, you know, trying to change subjects or whatever, because they're talking about stuff I just... It's not a conversation. It's not a real conversation, okay? It's like, it's an exercise in frustration. So I end up spending my time, you know, not moving the world forward, but just sort of doing my own inner work, which I can do while I move the world forward. So, you know, sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it's not. All right. Okay, I think that's long enough for this. All right. So anyway, just the point is there's going to be two paradigms functioning simultaneously. And that's just fine. Okay? Love you. And you get to pick which one you want. You get to pick. You get to choose, you know? So that's pretty neat. All right, love you. Bye.